Okay, today we'll discuss about the next concept called recursion. So recursion is a basic concept which already exists in C programming or Java, and the maximum programming languages are having this concept. So recursion is nothing but the function or the subprogram calling by itself. The subprogram which is calling by itself, we call it as a recursion. And we can say that it is an alternative to looping statement. So when you go with the functionality of looping statement, means the looping statement is repeating the block of statements more than one time. So executing the block of statements more than one time. So that is also possible. That is also possible with the help of recursions. That is also possible with the help of recursions. But one drawback we can find with recursion is it is utilizing more memory space. So for example, if I'm applying the recursion for thousands of times, means repetition with thousands of times, then every information will be stored on memory. Every information is storing on memory. So for example, if I am calling one recursion, it will be like this. Assume it. So assume it, we are calling some subprogram. So recursion is calling itself subprogram. So if I calling some program, it will be available memory. Again, here we can find one function. The function is calling by itself. So again, one more time, the same subprogram is going to execute. So it is also stored on memory. Again, one more time, I'm calling same subprogram. Again, one more time, I'm calling same subprogram. So when you observe this, so these all things are storing on memory. So the intermediate information means after calculation, we may get some data. So that data is storing on memory. So if you call this subprogram some 1,000 times or 10,000 times, the total intermediate data is storing on memory. So the disadvantage of this one is the process will be get slow. So when you are executing, so process will become slow. So in that situation, the performance of application will be down. The performance of application is going to down. So automatically the customer will raise complaint. So my system is getting slow. Your application, when I execute in our system, so application is getting slow. To avoid such type of things, the Python itself is restricting the recursion process. So that is the maximum recursion limit is 1,000. So you can't go beyond the 1,000. So if you are applying recursion process more than 1,000 times, it will get an error. So it doesn't support. Why? Because so if you are getting thousands of times, so unnecessarily for intermediate results, the RAM is utilizing. So automatically, so when you are executing some 10,000 times, so maximum RAM it will utilize by this program only, and it can't utilize for some other operations. That's why automatically your application is going to down. So the performance of application is going to down. To avoid that one, so Python is restricting up to 1,000 only. So 1,000 times only you can execute. So beyond 1,000 times, if you're going to execute, it will raise an error. So we'll check it how it is going to process. And generally, we can categorize the recursion into 3 types. So again, I'm saying that recursion is nothing but the function calling by itself. Call it as a recursion. So in Python, so recursion is going to limited. Recursion is having some limited version, we say that. So up to 1,000 times only recursion will generate, and more than 1,000 times we can't generate it. And here first type is linear recursion. So linear recursion is nothing but the function which you designed that invocate of the body makes at most one new recursive call. Means it may having only single recursion call. If it is having only single recursion call, then we call it as a linear recursion. Means in a body of a function, in body of function, we are calling only one time. The same function is calling only one time, then we call it as a linear recursion. Second one is binary recursion. Means in a function, if you are calling the same function two times, then we call it as a binary recursion. So in a function, again, if you are calling two times, then we call it as a binary recursion. Next, third one is multiple recursion. So means multiple times, more than two times. If the function itself is calling more than two times, then we call it as a multiple recursion. So this is about recursion. So we'll go with small example on this one. So recursion is nothing but simple a function definition, that's all. But if the function calling by itself, we call it as a recursion. So for example, def, I am going to define one function, def some fact of some n. So I am defining one function to find out factorial of the given number. So if n equal to 1, if n equal to 1, just I am returning n. Else return n into fact of n minus 1. So this is one function. This is one function. So under this function, the fact function itself is calling fact. Fact function itself is calling fact. So this is called recursion, and it comes under linear recursion. Means in fact function is calling only one time. Means one recursion is only there, one calling is only there. Then we call it as a linear recursion. If you are having two callings, then we call it as a binary. If we are having multiple callings, then we call it as a multiple recursion. So here I am going to check some fact of 5. So 120. And I said that in Python, recursion is limited to 1000 times only. Means 1000 processes only it can do. So up to fact of 999, I can process it. It's getting error. Why? Because limitation is there. So some up to some process only it will take. Here I said that last one frame repeated from the frame below. Recursion error, maximum recursion depth exceeded in comparison. So the depth of the recursion is limited to 1000, means 1000 times only it will process. So when I calling some 99, so here I am getting. So if I calling 100, okay. So up to some limitation only it will take. Why? Because so if it reached more than 1000 iterations, then automatically we may get error. The factorial of 200 is this one. So like that we can find factorial. Some factorial of 10 I am going to define is this one. So here we'll discuss how the recursion is going on. So generally when I'm calling the fact function by passing some value, So if I'm calling the fact function, if I calling some fact function by passing some value 3, then initially what we'll do is we can call the fact function. We are calling the fact function by passing 3. So I'm checking, is it equal to 1? 3, is it equal to 1? No. Then it comes to else part. Here what I'm saying is return means the function is returning value. What it is returning? N into means 3 into fact of n minus 1. 3 into fact of n minus 1 means 3 into fact of n minus means fact of 2. So here it will generate some intermediate value. It will be stored in memory. It is going to store in memory. And again I'm calling with fact of 2. Fact of 2. So now n value is 2. Now n value is 2. So I'm checking, is it equals to 1? Is it equals to 1? No. Then it comes to else part. Again I'm checking return n into fact of n minus 1. I'm calling fact of n into means 2 into fact of n minus 1. 2 minus 1 means 1. So again I'm calling same fact function by passing 1. So now if it is equal to 1, n is getting 1. If it is equal to 1, simply I am returning the n value. Simply I am returning the n value means 1 I am going to return. So the result of fact of 1 is 1. So this will be substituted with 1. This will be substituted with 1. 2 into 1, it will get to 2. It will get to 2. So that 2 will be transferred to here. The factor of 2 is 2. So 2 into 3, 6. So the final result will reach to here. The final result will reach to here. When you observe this, these all are applicable. These all are available on memory. These all are available on memory. For recursions, we are using the memory called stack. So when you're applying recursions, so recursion is using the memory called stack. So it is available on stack. When you observe this is only totally stack. And in first cell, this will be there. Second cell, this will be there. On third cell, it will be there. After completion, one by one, it is popping. One by one, it is popping. One by one, it is popping. First, it popped 1, then after 2, then after 6. The popped element will be reached to fact of 3. So this is the internal execution of recursion. So, and we said that 3 types are there: linear, binary, and multiple. So simply I'm saying that it comes under linear recursion. This example comes under linear recursion. So then what about binary recursion? Means simply I'm saying that some fact of, just I'm defining one function. So test. So printf testing. So if I'm calling same function 2 times, then we call it as a binary recursion. If I call test here, it may get number of times testing. At particular situation, it may raise error. Why? Because the maximum recursion limit, depth, is exceeded. So how we could know how many cells is taking? By default, it is taking 1000. By default, it is taking 1000. But my situation is demanding me. I want to execute still more. I don't want to restrict up to 1000 times. I don't want to execute up to 1000 times. Python itself is restricted us, but I don't want to restrict my application. I want to still more. Then how it is going to use? So Python is given option to us to extend the limitation of recursion. So we'll discuss how it is going on. So this is about binary. If you want apply more, if it is applying more, then we call it as a multiple recursion. Same result may occur. So this is about recursion. and we're having some examples. So this is another example to find the Fibonacci series. So the last two numbers of Fibonacci series. Right, people, you know what is meant by Fibonacci series. Fibonacci series is nothing but it will start from 0, 1. So these two are the basic two series of Fibonacci series. Based on these two numbers, by adding last two numbers, we'll get one more number. And by adding these two, we'll get 2. By adding these two, we'll get 3. By adding these two, we'll get 5. By adding these two, we'll get 8. By adding these two, we'll get 13. By adding these two, we'll get 21. So this we call it as a Fibonacci series. So this program is going to get last two series of the Fibonacci series. If you mention the number 5, the last two numbers of the 5 is going to define. Okay, that is about one type of recursion example. And if I want to check what is the limit of the recursion and how you are going to extend it, this can be done with the help of these methods: sys dot get recursion and sys dot set recursion limit. So to get the information, we need to import sys package or library. With the help of sys library, I can get the limit of the recursion, and I can set the limit of the recursion. For example, I want to check it what is the limit of the recursion. So first import sys package, we need to import it. So print sys dot get recursion limit will get 1000. So but situation demands me to extend it. I want to extend still more 1000 or else up to 10,000. So if you want to extend it, then simply apply this dot set recursion limit of some 5000 I am going to use. So recursion will limit it to 5000. If you want to check it, you check it. Now I'm getting 5000. So by default, when you install the software Python, by default, it will set 1000 only. And if you don't want to disturb that one, then keep 1000 as it is. But if you required, I want that one. Compulsorily, I want that one. So whatever it may be the performance may slow down. The performance of the system may slow down, but it is not a big issue to me. And compulsorily, I want to execute still more of recursion. Then we go with set recursion limit. So with the help of this one, we can set the recursion limit. So it is one interview question. They may ask, what is it recursion will execute infinitely? So every recursion is going to execute, they may ask. So just now I spoke with, I discussed with factorial number. So simply they will say that if you, they will ask to write the program or write the code for find out the factorial using recursion. We will write. So can you execute it for fact of some 100 or else fact of some 1000, they will ask. So we say that either yes or no. We can't say yes, no. Simply we give the answer that the recursion is limited to 1000 iterations only. So if the iteration below 1000, then we'll get result. If not, will not get. Simply we give the answer, that answer. And they will ask the next question: is there any possibility to increase? Yes, we can increase it with the help of sys package or sys library, and the method is set recursion limit.